the working girl's favorite, the housewife's companion, the first and last of the red hot teen idols, Jim Keating.
Yeah!
That's the most applause I've ever had for my last name. Thank you very much. How's everybody doing tonight? Man, Dave was talking about having a headache. Tex has got issues, obviously. He has a whole girlfriend there. She's better look out. But I want to let you all know, just so there's no confusion, I'm very lactose tolerant. So. That was a problem with in one of my old relationships. She wasn't too sure, so just so there's no gray area there, I can handle it, and there won't be any adverse reactions, at least not my part. You guys smell something funny around here? It's probably not your neighbor, or in your case, it's probably not the pretzels, but this is the home on the Grange, so last night there were a little party, little bash with the deer and the animal up here last night. And Bill does a great job putting this thing, turning it around, so we all can enjoy a little low-budget comedy. Let's give Bill a hand for turning it around. Last week, we had the running of the bulls in Spain. You guys hear about that? Yeah. Now, that's some crazy shit. Now, there's three ways you can handle this, right? One way is you can run in front of the bulls. Don't trip. The second way, which is a little more dangerous, is you're running right with the bulls. You're right alongside of them, and those things are... That's about a ton of beast with you right there. Now, the third way, and if you noticed on some of this footage that you might have seen, you got the guys hanging out on the side of the wall. You know, you see these guys? It's a really narrow street. You got the guys hanging out on the side. They wait for the bulls to run by, and then they run out behind them. Yeah, that's running behind the bulls. Now, you might think that that's just not as dangerous. Well, I got news for you. You ever see what comes out the back of those bulls sometimes? Yeah, bullshit, right? Okay. Well, if you slip on that stuff when you're running behind those things, you're ending up on cobblestone. Okay? So that's not a pretty sight anyway you slice it. So some of these guys think they're all tough, you know, and their wives or girlfriends or whoever's waiting at home, they don't know which of the three groups they were in. So this guy from the last group, he comes home and says, hey, I was running with the bulls tonight. She's like, looking at his shoes. Yeah, right, you're running behind the bulls. Either that or you're hanging out at the Grange again. Anyway, we got some comics in the news lately. One of them is Bill Cosby was in the news lately. And people don't like when comics turn serious. I mean, you don't want me up here preaching theory of relativity, right? No. Right. No, you're not supposed to laugh at that. Maybe you do. I was thinking about sitting down with Texas talking about how funny I wouldn't even come up with it. But anyway. So Cosby has an issue with the way that the African American parents are letting their kids grow up listening to gangster rap and using the N-word and all that. Which begs the question, does gangster rap promote violence? 2 words, yes. Because every time I hear it, I want to grab a shotgun and blow the hell out of my stereo. Blow the hell out of my stereo. Anyway, Whoopi Goldberg is in the news also, and she got into some hot water for something she she made some political statement about Bush and female anatomy. Now, I didn't hear it, but I know that she got canned from Slim Fest. And now, I'm thinking to myself, that is some marketing genius right there. Putting Whoopi Goldberg as the spokeswoman for Slim Fast. I myself, when I look at Whoopi Goldberg's picture, lose my appetite immediately. I mean, not only for like that moment, but sometimes for hours. My wife heard me violently getting ill in the bathroom. She goes, "Are you on that Kate Ashley Olsen diet again?" I'm like, "No, honey, I just saw a picture of Whoopi Goldberg." But, man, it is hot in here. But, she lost her job, but you know what? I'm thinking that a laxative like X-Lax products might want to pick her up and put her on as spokesperson, spokeswoman. I'm using that term loosely for Whoopi, but I'm thinking that I know that the Helena Troy was the face that remember launched 1,000 ships. Well, in Whoopi's case, I'm thinking that's the face that can launch 1,000 balloons. Oh, jeez. Hey, Clinton's book's not doing that well anymore, I guess. Probably would have done a lot better if he had released the original version, the one that he wanted to put out. That the producer, the publisher said, "No, we can't use that." He wanted to originally put out a pop-up scratch and sniff book. They said, "No, we can't do that because that's a little bit too much like your first 2 terms in office." So, have you seen these things? Does anybody have it? This thing's like 957 pages long. So I guess Monica Lewinsky is not the thickest thing that Clinton's going to be remembered for anymore. She's actually even put on more weight, and she had something to do with Weight Watchers, one of those things. I don't know. I just look at food and I blow up. What do they have to do when she goes into the supermarket? Rip out a wall? Gotta remove Monica Lewinsky. Anyway, I really don't expect to see Clinton on Mount Rushmore anytime soon. I think he was too busy rushing to Mount Moore. Dude, it's too hot. I feel like a Memorex commercial for a second. Anybody see Spider-Man 2? Yeah. Some scary shit. I was freaking terrified, man. Did you see the villain? The guy's like a cross between Michael Moore and like a Terminator octopus thing. I got one word. Man boobs. Oh, the horror. After that movie was over, I ran immediately home, stared at the picture of Whoopi Goldberg for an hour. Good Lord. Man, we got some fun coming up here pretty soon. No, Tex will be back, yes, but I'm talking about the Michael Jackson trial. And that ought to be an interesting circus, don't you think? Remember last time when he was last in court, just dancing on the SUV? What do you think we got in store this time? I'm going to act out one of the upcoming scenes from the trial there. Don't get excited, it doesn't involve little boys. Now what's going to happen here is the prosecutor is going to be questioning Jackson up here, okay? So, Jocko, Mr. Jackson, exactly when is it time to go to bed at the Neverland Ranch? When the big hand touches the little hand? My Jackson is bad. Friends don't let friends drop their kids off at the Jackson and Neverland Nightland Daycare Center. Just don't let it happen, okay? It's up to all of us to make sure that doesn't happen. But you know, only in America can a poor black boy grow up to be a rich white woman. And we got some pissed off people in the Middle East, don't we? Oh man, don't we? I just wish that Iran and Iraq would just get together, form one big country, and call it Iran. Makes sense to me. I'm just a comic. I don't get involved in politics. Okay? Take a page out of Whoopi Goldberg situation, but and you'd be pretty pissed off too if you're running around in the desert in the middle of the heat wearing a bed sheet. That would suck. If your wife's running around in a beekeeper outfit, you'd be pretty pissed off. There's not a freaking beach for thousands of miles over there, people. See any flowers or plants? No. They don't even see their wife. Jesus. Oh man, Middle East. What do they do their shopping? Bed, Bath and Beyond? What are these guys gonna wear in the winter? A comforter? I don't know. Ma'am, is this your card? It's gotta be somebody, I'm sorry. I'm still working on that. For those of you guys that came in late, there was no tree. And I'm not going to be working with any puppets either, all right? I just had a birthday recently, and one of my former friends said, dude, you're over the hill. Like, no, man, I'm not. Over the hill is this. Over the hill is when you take your pants, you pull it over the hill of your belly, cinch that thing down about 3 inches below your nipples. I mean, cinch it down. You see these people, right? I will not reenact that right here because I don't want to give myself a hysterectomy. But anyway, it cinches down so tight, they're just perpetually walking around looking for that contact that they never ever wore. And at what age do you get that you just disregard any semblance of grooming? And just forget the window, forget the mirror, you leave the house, you got all this flora and fauna growing out of your nose and ears. Alright, friends don't let friends walk around with a rope swing coming out of the middle of their face. Hey, if you're out to dinner with one of your date, you're on a date, you're gonna tell them they got a chive in their mouth, right? You got a chive in your grill. So why can't we tell somebody, hey, sniff the lighter? No, with the flame on. I'm not talking about getting high now, people. And then when you got that mole, when you got that big old belly goat hair coming out, pluck it, prune it. Do something with it. Don't braid it and don't put beads on it. Like some 200 BC ancient Chinese person. It doesn't work for me. Anyway, some of you might have seen me before. You might, I look a little familiar to you, and you just can't place it, can't picture it. I'll give you a couple hints. Okay, it's not on the side of a milk carton. It wasn't on the wall of the post office. Some of you have already figured it out, though. You're like, that dude looks just like Donnie Osmond. Yeah. Well, actually, it is true. I am related to Donnie. I'm his evil twin brother, Lee Harvey Osmond. That's right. Nice to meet you all. You usually find me over at the nearest grassy knoll hanging out, waiting to pick somebody up with a one-liner. And they let me out, today. I don't need a second shooter. I'll do it alone. Thank you for all you conspiracy theorists out there. Got text wandering in the halls now. It's okay. What are you doing, text?
Anyway, you know, it could be a lot worse, actually. I could have ended up looking like that American Idol reject, Billy Hum. William Hum? Freaking disaster. I mean, did that guy brush his teeth with an M80 or what? Ouch. Hey ladies, how'd you like to stick your tongue in that blender? You will. She bags, she bags. She bangs. Yeah, right, like he would know. He's gonna be appearing at the Mid-State Fair here pretty soon. Not singing. He's gonna do a demonstration on how to eat corn on the cob through a chain link fence. Be sure not to miss that. Right? That's a great name for a singer, though, William Hum. Now, if I were Hum, oh wait, let me rephrase that. I'd sell myself short there. See, I would probably release my first album on old school vinyl instead of what he did, releasing what his first CD on a CD. 4.5 inches of hung. It's a little flaccid, isn't it? Yeah, I'd be going old school. 12 inches of hung. Thank you very much. Yeah, man, that guy's just about using up the rest of his 15 minutes of fame, don't you think? I believe I could fry. What is this? I think he's better suited for getting a job on the flight deck of an aircraft carrier. I think he's better suited. Anybody from out of town? Anybody out of town? Is that vacation? Oh yeah? So, I know you. Watch. And so no, we're all locals here? Yeah? We're all local. Wow. We live in paradise, don't we? Yeah. It's pretty awesome over here, hell yeah. See, I relocated from Sacramento about 3 years ago. And wow, what a difference. You think anybody goes to Sacramento on vacation? Not even hope. Not at all. Yeah, we're living in paradise. And it kind of reminds me, some of you other folks will probably remember Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. Remember that show on TV with Robin Leach? Yeah. I'm a Robin Leach, and I don't know why. Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. Champagne wishes and caviar dreams. Well, I've got champagne wishes, but I'm having top ramen nightmares. 10 meals for $1, can you beat that? They did a show on me and he called Lifestyles of the Poor and Stupid. I'd wake up at 10 o'clock and have a Pop-Tart and go back to bed. That's right. I won't run too long because that's about it. But big difference now between here and Sacramento also is crime. There's like hardly any crime around here. It's awesome, but then the crime that you do see, now, you got some winners. For instance, like we just had 4th of July a couple weeks ago. These brainiacs are in the car, they're gonna light a mortar off, right? So what do? They light it, go to throw it out, but they forgot to roll down the window. Yeah, that's really brilliant. You know, arson burns everywhere. And then there's some other guy that was, he was going around down Highway 1, and he went into one of those, the beach areas where they have the camping, they overnight, the RVers all come pulling in, and he wants to steal some gas. So he comes up to this RV, and he's got his hose and his siphon, he unscrews the tank there, and he gets down and get damn things going, you know, septic tank. I am not shitting you. And that is poetic justice, isn't it? Huh? All the evidence all over the place. There's one little test thing over here looks like Whoopi Goldberg. Nasty. That's just beautiful when that happens. And then you've got we now got a big, diverse array of animal life. Just driving around. You've got your turkeys, your vultures, your deer. Don't forget the antelope. And lambs and just everything. What else do we have? The snowy plover. Just that freaking name pisses me off. Snowy plover. Yeah. What do we do for the plover? We gotta rope up vast amounts of beach area. Freaking bird. Right? Middle of summer, everybody comes down from all areas to go to the beach, but no, you gotta stay on this little spot on the beach that's roped off for you. All because this bird is, number one, too stupid to build its nest above land. Like all the other birds that can fly, and I'm not talking about the ostrich, because I don't even know what that is, or the penguin. Okay? The frickin' plover can fly. It's like a quail. It'll run 800 yards and fly a foot. But it can't fly. Okay? This freaking bird now is too lazy to build a nest. So what does it do? It runs around on the beach and it looks for a little indentation in the sand. Now, you guys that golf, that would be called a divot. So it runs around looking for a divot. And there's one. Lays a little egg, goes running away. Why does it run away? Because it looks up and sees a kite. Yeah, they don't want you flying kites because it'll scare the plover. Okay, keep that in mind, you guys. Okay, also, they don't want you taking long lunches. Okay? Because the long lunch will freak the plover out. I don't know about you, but I don't know what designates a long lunch. But we'll get back to that. Anyway, so what do they want to do? They don't want you flying kites. They don't want you taking long lunches. They want you to stay on that side of the yellow rope. There's a little stretch of beach that you guys can play on. Okay? And what's ironic is, on the areas over by where I'm at, over in Moore Bay, they don't even want you getting dogs near this area either. Not even on leashes, but you can ride a horse over there. Huh? So, you've got the Birkenstock activists over there wanting to shoot down crows that resemble kites. And then, you know, right now Darwin is just spinning in his grave right now, okay? The humans evolved and they changed, they adapted, okay? Do you think back in the day, Homo sapiens, you know, we were, you know, clawing our way to the top of the food chain? Do you think that when we were having issues with the saber-toothed tigers, the mammoths all got together and go, hey man, the humans are having a hard time out there with that frickin' cat. We're gonna get together and help them out. No, it didn't frickin' happen. We weren't born with claws or tusks or fangs or a lot of, you know, fur. I mean, they were pretty hairy back then. You saw that movie Quest for Razor, right? They were kind of, Quest for Fire. There you go. I get them mixed up. That was the sequel, Quest for Razor. So anyway, the point is, where does it stop? Right? We're gonna grab shotguns and rifles, and we're gonna hang out on the beach, and oh, there's a little girl with a pail. She's in the plover nesting zone. There's a guy flying a kite. Hey, that couple, see that couple over there? Yeah. How long has their lunch been going on? I don't know, about 8 minutes. Fix the bayonet! We're going in! It's gotta stop, people. Oh, there's one now. Hey, plover. Hey, slushy. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah, you're causing a lot of problems around here, buddy. You see those things on the side of your body there? Those are wings. Okay? You can fly. You can take off. What? No. See that tree over there? You can build a nest up there, and everybody's gonna be happy. No? Don't want to do that? How about that roof? No? Hey, see that tall guy over there? Would you fly up in his head and build a nest in his toupee? No? Don't want to do that? Clover rides. There's a lot of roadkill out here, isn't there? Huh? See, you don't get that roadkill thing in Sacramento. Because in Sacramento, you got a group of people that will have that carcass on the dinner table before that body is cold. I'm serious. See, out here, I'm driving around, and they're always on the side of the road. It's just deer, antelope. Yeah, they're trying to get to the Grange. I think there's somebody driving around the shoulder. One of Texas buddies. Yeah, they have Texas. But what I think that we should do is I wish that there was a way that we could, use these carcasses and body parts. I think it's been done, but we've got a lot of problem with rejection. So if we could just get past that, because here's what happened. There was this guy, probably from Atascadero, he was in a motorcycle accident. They rushed him over to the hospital. And he was in bad shape. So they couldn't save his arm and his leg, and his dick was all mutilated, so they had to take that off too. So what they did for him is they had some of these extra body parts from the carcasses. So they put a monkey arm on him and a monkey leg on him, and for his dick they sewed an elephant trunk on him. So they had a lot of problems with rejection, so before they let him go, they said, you're going to have to come back in a couple months because we've got to run some tests. We're having really, a lot of problems with rejection, but this is the best we can do for you, okay? So the guy goes, and he comes back a few months later, and he comes into the office, and he sits down with the doctor, and the doctor says, how's everything going? He goes, oh, great, doc, man, I can use my arm, leg's working fine, I got a little limp, but hey, it's all good. But I got one small problem. The doctor says, yeah, well, what's that? And he goes, well, it's my dick, doc. The doctor says, tell me about it. He says, well, every time I go for walks, my dick keeps grabbing bunches of grass and shoving them up my ass. Hey, you guys are great, man.